Florida. Man, it'd be some weird stuff coming out of Florida. All right, let's get into it. Needed to teach him a lesson. Disturbing video shows Florida man shaking boy 10 by the neck at Florida playground over water gun fight with his son. Posted by A.L. Lee. A 60-year-old Florida man was arrested after a shocking video showed him choking and violently shaking a 10-year-old boy by the neck at a Sunny Isles Beach playground on Memorial Day, later telling the police that I needed to teach him a lesson. That's not your job to teach someone else's child a lesson. I'll probably see it later in the article whether the child being shake parents was in the area, because it couldn't have been mine. But let me get back into the story. Robert Sandy Marco faces felony charges of battery by strangulation and aggravated child abuse, according to an arrest warrant issued on May 27. He was jailed at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center before a judge set bond at $5,000 and ordered him to stay away from the victim. Robert Sandy Marcoux was arrested after he was captured on video choking a 10-year-old boy. The choking incident happened at Gwen Margolis Park on North Bay Road and was filmed by another child who grabbed his cell phone when Marcoux confronted the young victim over a minor altercation involving his son. Marco's son and the victim attended the same school and were involved in an ongoing dispute when another disagreement erupted on the playground and Marcoux decided to settle the score, police said. The disturbing incident occurred as the boys were play fighting with water guns when the roughhousing seemed to trigger Marcoux, who grabbed his son's opponent by the neck with both hands and shook him like a rag doll. The man's grip cut off the boy's airway and temporarily prevented his breathing, the victim's father told police at the scene. So the father was present? What was he doing while this is going on? He might have been away and didn't see it until, everything had transpired. So Sunny Isles Beach Police Sergeant Melissa Peru said Marcoux took matters in his own hands and overreacted to what was basically child's play, noting that the two boys never exchanged blows. He went ahead and approached the other child and proceeded to choke this child and violently choke him, causing this child to be extremely fearful and crying, very upset. Peru told local news stations the attack left scratches and abrasions around the boy's throat, and Marcoux was tracked down and taken into custody. Peru said Marcoux openly admitted to attacking the boy and shockingly said something to suggest the boy deserved what happened. He basically spontaneously told the officers, "Yeah, I know what I did. I need to teach him a lesson," Peru said. You can see from this video that you have a fully grown, tall, large man against this young, helpless child. So yes, absolutely, this child could have been seriously injured. The video was the critical piece of evidence that put Marcoux behind bars, with Poro praising the quick thinking of the other child who filmed the unsettling episode. "We couldn't ask for a better video," she said, according to WPLG Local 10. Poru emphasized that it is never acceptable for an adult to physically grab a child, especially not their own. Well, I agree with that. These parents, man, they get in their emotions. Them two 10-year-olds, sometimes things happen where things might get a little rough. Let them children, let them play and resolve that situation. Many times, if you leave them be, they will come to an understanding where they will respect each other and they won't be fighting back and forth like that. It's when these parents get involved that things always get out of hand. If your child and this child is having some kind of dispute going on, why are you even around that child? And it's an ongoing dispute. You just say, "Hey, we not going to play here today. We're going to go somewhere else. I'll take you to the zoo instead. How about that?" Some of these parents encourage that type of behavior. Many of them want their sons to fight back and continue with the dispute. No, you just separate them. Maybe have a talk with the other child's parent to try to resolve these issues. But with this guy, you looking at the picture of him, you jump into a fight with kids and you grabbing one of them by the throat. You could have snapped his neck. You're a grown man putting your hands on someone else's 10-year-old child. Well, he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's probably going to have a nice long sit down. When it's cases like this, when certain individuals involved, let me say that, they bring swift justice upon them. And I'll end it at that. All right, I'm going to drop this here. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.